Another week, another wave of numbers rewriting the mood across the Sydney property market. The auction rooms were volatile, buyers' discipline is tightening, and the big banks are already throwing out bold predictions for 2026. It's a market that's asking sharper questions of everyone, sellers, buyers, and the so-called experts. Well, hi there, folks. It is Matt Hayson here looking at everything impacting Sydney's property market this week. Well, it was a massive week of auctions across Sydney, 1,703 properties scheduled to go under the hammer, and the midweek auction clearance rate absolutely hammered at 40.8%. Saturday it fared a little bit better at 50%, but the overall result was just at 47.3%. Why the washout? Well, because supply is outpacing demand, no question about it, and you can feel the end of year buy fatigue that's creeping in. It's certainly not a panic market, it's just that slowing heartbeat as we approach December. So what happens next? Well, a decent portion of sellers will need to reduce their asking prices if they're serious about being sold by Christmas. And it's this time of year where the market starts to quietly reveal value, and buyers who stay alert are usually well rewarded. Now, despite this patchiness, we've now got bold predictions rolling in, with Sydney's median house price tipped to hit a record 1.9 million by the end of next year. And honestly, I'm not convinced this perpetual acceleration is all that healthy. People are already scratching their heads about how property prices continue to rise, yet the experts are pointing towards the expanded first home buyer incentives, tight supply, lower interest rates, and income growth. And apparently every capital city is set to post record new highs in both houses and apartments by the end of 2026. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Sydney is already at the absolute pinnacle of strained affordability. Mortgages are now consuming 72% of the average two-person household income for a medium-priced home with just a 20% deposit. That is absolutely extraordinary. We've also got a net outflow of residents leaving New South Wales as living costs and high property prices start to bite hard. But the narrative persists, nothing to see here. Prices will apparently keep rising. And to wrap this week, the cash rate is expected to hold steady for quite some time. Markets had flirted with the idea of a rate rise late next year, but that's now considered a pretty low probability. But what is clear is the rate cutting cycle is done. So we have this mixed market rolling on. We have a weak auction clearance rate under the hammer. We have marginal price growth that's trending toward a 9.9% jump next year. Residents, well, they're leaving because it's too expensive, and yet we have consistent sales and turnover. So on the CH Market Mood Meter this week, I'm still calling it a 6 out of 10 market. It's a sound market for sellers who listen to feedback, and it's certainly one that rewards buyers who stay sensible. They're not lowballing, but they are engaged and ready to act. So that's a wrap for this week, folks. Plenty going on and plenty open for inspection, and I look forward to seeing you all next week.